So now we'll take 3 breaths. We'll do it together. I'll talk you through it. Everything in between, you just go to your natural reset breaths as you need. You stay with your rhythm of breathing more so than my rhythm of talking. It'll feel good for you. So in a moment, I'll talk you through 3 breaths. I call this 2 in, 1 out. Go ahead, blow out your air wherever you are. Breathe in halfway. And now the other half, all the way, all the way, all the way. Hold. Circulate, whatever that means to you. Just allow it to circulate, holding circulate. And now release, exhale. This is a new, longest, effortless exhale on the planet, sliding down that mountain. And you take as long as you need. We'll have extra time for you to do any reset breaths. Begin to feel for observing that feeling of that longest exhale on the planet. We'll do 2 more with the 2 in, 1 out. So wherever you are in your comfortable breath cycle, blow out your air. Breathe in big, halfway. Other half, fill up, 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 up. Hold, circulate. And release. Long, delicious feeling for that feeling of that satisfying exhale. Giving you extra time to take any reset breaths you choose. Observe. Last one, wherever you are in your breathing cycle, exhale. Breathe in halfway. Fill up, 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 all the way, second half. All the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. Hold. Circulate. And now release. Long, satisfying exhale. As long as you'd like. And as you do your own reset breaths, become aware of how you feel. The shift in your own needle, the movement, your awareness. And now, having had that visceral experience, feel for what it feels like now to observe breathing. If this were the only exercise you were to do every day for the next year, the amount of powerful and profound transformation you will experience breathing through those lungs throughout the day, observing that breath. Because really what we're saying here is you double in comfort now in this observation, doubling down from 5, down to 4. Surface tension rolling off the body naturally. No need to become aware of at what point in that breathing it started to occur, and begins to allow that comfort to spread and circulate. Because you're plugged in now. And once you're plugged in, you don't have to plug in more. You're plugged in, you're in. Observing. For a while, you're just plugged in. Enjoying that observing. So there's the doing, but then there's the releasing of the doing. You're plugged in, you plugged in. And so now observing is no longer doing. It's a being. Satisfying, enjoying being. If you were to do the 2 in, 1 out just one time, anytime it occurs to you, great. 3 times, wow. You could do it for 5 minutes or 11 minutes if you choose. You could do it while walking or sitting or laying down. You could even do it while around other people and they wouldn't necessarily know that you were doing it. But let's look at the reality of who you are. You may or may not choose to do the 2 in, 1 out. If you love it, do it. But you could also do this. Go ahead and allow your mind's eye to just picture your lungs inside your body. They've been breathing this whole time, by default. Becoming aware of how healthy and spongy those lungs are, what it feels. Knowing that somewhere, someone in the world, probably physically not even so far from where you are right now, maybe in a situation where breathing isn't as easy for them as it is for you. And here you are, magnificent lungs healthy. You breathe in, they fill up, stretching your DNA from the inside out. As changes are occurring as you drop into that comfort down at 3. The emotional calm begins to spill through the mind and drain down the body, spreading and circulating now with the awareness of lungs breathing, expanding, massaging from the inside out, massaging the internal organs as you breathe in, letting everything float and release as you breathe out. Just enjoying, really, in your own way, enjoying that breath. The sound of the breath becomes attractive. The inner movement in that stillness becomes attractive, becoming more attracted to the pause in that clarity, in the sound of the movement of the breath and the stillness in that movement. Deeper down at 3. The breath presses that button of the chemical of the emotional calm as it spills like a fountain through your mind, raining, dripping, draining down the body, deeper down with each and every breath out. And with every breath out, the deeper you go. And the deeper you go, the more relaxation it gathers. It only takes a moment. Because the real work, if there is any, the effortless enjoyment of what's occurring, is basking in a state of simply becoming aware of less resistance. Because as we go through our day, there are things we like, there are things we don't like. That's fine. Even not liking something is neutral, it's just information. And when we become aware through breath throughout the day of a level of resistance, we let go of words or analyzing. The breath just allows for the aligning. The less resistance, we naturally just align. We let go, we're aligned, our natural state, well being. That state is less resistant, maybe even non resistant. Perhaps you can vacillate between what it would feel like to be less resistant or no resistance, and if there's a difference for you. But less is all we're going for. Just put a pin in it, and the relief seeps through, and you drop deeper down with every exhale down at 2. The real, true essence of true control, knowing that the more relaxed we are, the more control we actually have. And so you have a tendency to go deeper in your own understanding of the feeling of the sound, of the circulation of that comfort with every exhale going deeper, sinking deeper and deeper into that river that runs through us below the surface. Our natural state is well-being. Observing, having had a visceral experience. The one experience of 3 breaths of 2 in, 1 out, you'll remember forever. The memory alone is enough to become less resistant in any moment. And seeing through those eyes throughout the day, the memory. And if you like the feeling, you can do the breath. 2 in, 1 out. Enjoying the longest exhale on the planet effortlessly. So satisfying. And yet, other times you can simply choose to enjoy how healthy your lungs are. Maybe you've already done that. And that memory now already has made its way into your future. And the more you practice that breath, the stronger it becomes, and the hypnotic association with calm, being balanced, knowing that there's only one thing we could do throughout the day to ease into new habits. It's remembering through the body and the rewiring of the neurology from the mind through the body with breath. That when the mind and body bridge together with breath, even one, just your favorite one breath, automatically and instantly, it begins to dissolve that barrier to the subconscious mind so you can be comfortable. Going deeper down with each number on this journey, change down at 2, unraveling, revealing internal resources for calm, clarity, slowing down breath, which slows down time, which is just a vibration based on how you feel compared to how your inner being always feels, which is compassion and ease and clarity, and all the time in the world. The breath takes you there. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. And that knowing takes you deeper. As you breathe and feel for the softening, that's the feeling for the healing. Because even now, if you notice the mind drifting or even thinking, let that happen. It just means that you've already redirected the energy through the body in that stillness. Feeling for the softening with every breath, the tingling spreading, the warming and softening, spilling down like a healing liquid golden elixir from the top of the head through the mind, cooling and calming the mind, smoothing over the forehead, draining, drizzling down over the face, smoothing over the face, the lips, back of the head, where the bone of the back of the head meets the soft top part of the neck and it spills down the whole spine. The spine glows as you go deeper down in that comfort, down from 3 to 2, down at 1. Any tensions from the mind drain down the glowing, aligned spine, spilling out the natural release point at the tailbone, cleansing through the pelvis and draining down the legs, releasing through the natural release point at the heels and dripping down the toes, over the shoulders, down the arms, washing down the fingertips, dripping out, over the chest, even the other side of the chest, and breathing into that space around the softening of the heart. More space to breathe inside that space in the heart, knowing that your intention is to release old habits, to create new, healthier habits. And so you start with breath, which taps on a certain button in the mind, releasing chemicals that make you feel better. The focus on breath simply replaces old stressors with clarity. And you can imagine that healing liquid golden elixir now a golden nail polish. It spills down from over the head, over the shoulders, down the arms. And as it lands on the fingertips, that gold becomes nail polish on every fingertip. And now it's like a golden brick. There's more and more. 10 golden bricks, one on every fingertip. And so even as the hand may want to, through old habits, right? Because the mind is just a chemical factory, that's what it does. No shame, no blame, no judgment, just chemicals, impulses, information. And so that information used to go down a bridge over and over again in the mind with old habits. So you may find yourself going down that bridge every once in a while, as if the hands coming up toward the face or the head are like feet going down that old bridge. It's there. You can move to a new town. The bridge is still in the old town. No problem. But you get to know your new town better. And it adds weight to those golden bricks. And there is value to that gold. And so those golden bricks on your fingertips, as your hand just comes up to the face, you become aware because it feels heavier in a good way, helping you build those new bridges. And you can just run your fingertips along this new bridge, and more gold adds up. And it lights up golden light. And the heaviness in your hands, you begin to feel that slow motion, hand coming up. And that moment you become aware, that wind washes the wind through you with breath. Almost humorously, we look forward to those old habits. Because when you notice it, it's about pivoting. You can go to visit that old bridge anytime. It's just something you used to do. And now the joy in the pivoting, wherever you are on that path, that pause, becoming attracted to that pause, you breathe. Because now hypnotically it's associated with the breath, noticing the resistance in your thoughts. So you release the resistance and you simply are reminded, that old trigger now reminds you to take a breath, which automatically floats you right to your new path. The old path now triggers a new path. Old triggers now become opportunities. You breathe, you get reset. Breathing is the calm, the reset. And in a moment when I say 0, that sets in and spills gold right over this new pathway you're creating, rewiring your mind and your body with breath, and it floats through your fingertips. Those golden bricks lighting up heavier and heavier, catching the hand coming toward the face or the head. In slow motion, you pause, you pivot. That pivot is a win. And the wind of the breath and the wind blows through you. And this seals into the mind and body so you can be free. Not yet, but in a moment. When I say 0 in deep sleep, you can choose to hold on to this deep sinking level of comfort, or not yet, but in a moment, when I say 0, you can choose to just let it all go flushing through you, bigger bricks on the fingers, reminding you the heaviness of the arm. You catch it in slow motion, it slows down time, you slow down breath. When I say 0, you can choose to let it all go, flushing through you, dropping twice as deep. And just like you would take your fingertip and when you were a kid, maybe draw your name and a little symbol that you like, maybe a smiley face or a heart, or I don't know if you like to draw a skateboard or something, into the cement on this new bridge, right? But it's gold. And so it gets cemented in, it gets sealed in this new pathway, the one you like to go down, associated with this good feeling and even deeper. In a moment when I say 0, going deeper down, with each number on this journey of change, down at 2, 1, here we go, dropping in 0, deep sleep, that's it. Each and every time I suggest the words deep sleep to you for the purpose of hypnosis and with your permission, you enter the state quickly, calmly, and deeply. And the physical body relaxes into that joy of knowing that the pivoting feels good. In a humorous way, we almost look forward to that old bridge. Just for that moment of recognizing that we can pivot, that empowerment. The golden nail polish slows down time. Feel the heaviness in your arm as it comes to your face, or even higher or somewhere else. You just become aware of where you are in space and you breathe into that space and time, slowing down breath, slowing down time. Because you have already expressed the emotion, your desire for self-soothing. You're deserving of self-soothing. And because you've expressed it, you've released it. And so it resolves the old conflict by expressing it, which you've already done. Now that you've expressed it, you can release it. So even if the mind were to drift away from that expression of that desire, let that happen. It just means your mind is creating your new dream. So your mind has already begun to take you there. And each and every time you do the breath, maybe it's 2 in, 1 out. Maybe it's just enjoying the healthy sensation in your lungs, the massage from the inside out with every breath on this journey of change. Because you can go deeper. And the deeper you go, more and more internal resources released, giving you new impulses for profound change through breath, seeing through those eyes throughout the day with the sound of that breath. And the relaxation begins to expand. And you learned already, the more relaxed we are, the more control, true control we actually have. Control is awareness. Softening each muscle just to complete that relaxation throughout the body. Your mind searches through big muscles in your body, little muscles in your body with breath. So any old need for old expired habits, those disappear. You can see them, but there's no need associated. It disappears. So you can go further and further away in a new direction. So relaxation is what occurs as the muscles feel that sensation of the alignment floating through your body. And in that breath, that's a breath of freedom. Your mind, you repeat, I am free. I am free. Every muscle fully softening, every muscle fully at peace. More and more with every breath. The more you practice, the stronger you become. Spontaneously practicing this becomes habit. These changes are permanent. You will sleep deeply, soundly, and restfully, and in deep states of sleep, just releasing more and more what no longer serves you. Freedom, free floating through your body, tingling, becoming more attracted to the pause. The breath fills the space of the pause. Old urges simply disappear. You become aware, and the awareness is that moment where you get to pivot. And there's a wind, and the wind of the breath, and the wind flows through you. And your mind repeating, I am free with every breath, thriving and being free. The breath becomes the soothing. The soothing becomes the breath. Slow down breath, slow down time. Drop in, drop the story, and you're free. Full release into freedom, dropping in throughout the day, whenever it occurs to you. And if you like it, you can do it. Perhaps a person might wonder if they'll forget to remember the breath, but it's already become hypnotically associated. And so maybe a person forgets to remember that an exhale is associated with this good feeling and even deeper. And the more it occurs, even especially beyond conscious awareness, the deeper it goes. Spontaneously practicing this becomes habit. These changes are permanent. And so in a moment, when I say 0 one more time, we don't have to wonder if we'll remember or even forget what we remember. The mind has already begun to take you there, so you can let that happen. We let it all go now at 0. Deeper, deep sleep into that comfort, just basking in well-being. Coming back now, refreshed, relaxed, alert, calm, which is confidence and free. 1, 2, 3. Big breath, stretching that brand new DNA. Big breath, stretching from the inside out with breath. Smiling on 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. Very good.